All right, friends. So we are now going to work on our holiday project. And I thought we would have a little bit of fun. And we're going to make a winter wonderland with snowmen, and we're going to design those snowmen so that they all have their own personality, their own little outfits on. And then we're going to make the background kind of look like a stained glass effect so that we can have lots of color. So we're going to start here at the base with a wavy line that we're going to go across just to look like hills. All right, so we have a wavy line there. Then I have gone and I have grabbed a circle. It's a coaster that I had in my house. And I'm going to trace just the base of it, just the top side of it. So it looks like that. Now I want to go in and do another circle. And I don't have a smaller circle, but I can draw one here. I actually want to put a little scarf there and then put another circle on top. So there's my snowman. I can throw on some buttons, make them bigger as they go down. I can make a mouth. Well, sorry, a nose, I should say, and a mouth, and eyes. He could have on a hat. Your snowman does not have to look like my snowman. Make your snowman however you want. Have fun with your snowman. And give him a little hat to go on top. I'm going to give mine some arms. Remember, there's V's and Y's. V's and Y's. It has some hands. Do the same thing over here. Some little twigs. All right, because it's a stick. So you have to make it like a stick. All right. Now, so that's my snowman. We want to maybe have a little scarf, a wavy line. Again, friends, please do not try to make your scene look just like mine because I want you to have a little bit of fun with it, okay? All right, so draw it however you need to. I'm going to draw another half circle right there. It's smaller than this one because this one's further away. I'm going to draw another one and maybe a scarf and a little head. Little because he's further away. All right. I can draw a scarf. Maybe this one has on a toboggan hat because we want to make them all different, right? Give him a smile, two eyes. He might have arms that come up like this because he's different. He's different. Give him some buttons. So that's his friend way back there. All right. And then maybe one over here. Just to even out our space. And maybe this one has on a baseball cap. Maybe it's backwards. Maybe he's a hip hop snowman, right? He could be a hip hop snowman. And we'll give him a nose. I didn't give the other one a nose, but it's okay because it can all be different. And maybe a little sideways smile. Because again, he's a hip hop snowman. And we can give him some arms and some buttons. All right, now in our background, we're going to break up the background. So we just want lines. So I'm going to take crayons and hold on one second because I put my crayons back in my little tub before I started my video. So I'm gonna move this. You're gonna see that snowman really close. He's gonna be really close to you. And I'm gonna take some crayons, a handful of them. And we do not want our background to be white because we want to make it colorful to have contrast. So we're going to zoom back out. I have to use my coffee filter bucket to zoom all the way out. All right, so might be a little light now. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to take different colors. I'm going to go across the background, avoiding my snowmen. I do not want to paint my snowmen or color my snowmen because they're white. I want them to stay white. You can color their hat and their scarf and their arms. That is okay. But they are made out of snow. And so we don't want to take away from that. We want them to stay snow, stay nice and white. So I'm just using my crayon. Make some different patterns back here. Maybe I can go across and close in spaces. Again, I am not coloring my snowmen. I'm coloring my background behind them, making a design. Because I want to make them nice and have a lot of nice contrast to them. I'm coloring nice and dark, making lots of patterns, pretty colors in the background. You can make any design that you want to in your background. If you want to put spirals in your background, go for it. If you want to draw snowflakes in the patterns, go for it. I think I might try to do that, make some snowflakes. I'm going to use a white crayon. You'll see why in a minute. So make some snowflakes in the pattern. And I'm just making little stars. So I'm going to a line that goes up and down. You can't really see it, I know, it's white. A line that goes side to side, horizontal, a diagonal line, and another. And so I'm going to show you what I did because I have some paint here. And that's the next step is to use watercolor paint or marker to color in the empty spaces. But I'm going to take, no, I don't want red. I think I'm going to take blue. I think blue will be really pretty. So I'm going to take some blue and I'm going to paint right on top of where I put that crayon and you'll see my snowflake come through. You'll see my snowflake in the blue. Let me go this way. And just paint that whole little box in. My crayon will keep me from going out of my lines. Again, I don't want to paint my snowmen. They need to stay white. So just keep telling yourself they need to stay white. I'm going to make everything else a color. My snow on my ground needs to stay white. Snow is white. So we want to keep it white. You do not need to color that. You're doing everything around it. Everything around it in this winter wonderland. So those snowflakes look pretty, really pretty, right? You can see them through the paint. So incorporate some snowflakes into your design. Again, your design does not need to look like mine. It can be other ways. You can do other shapes, other lines. Maybe a Christmas tree shows up back there behind you somewhere, you know? Maybe you do little gingerbread outlines or candy cane outlines in your design. So you don't have to do, in fact, I think I'm gonna do a candy cane. I think that'll be cute. So what if I did some candy canes back here? Maybe I drew one behind. Remember, I skipped over my snowman. You skip over them. They're in the way, so you skip over them. You don't color them. Now, you can color their buttons and you can color their hat. You can color their scarf, make a design on their scarf, but don't color their body because they're white. And if you make them a different color, then they won't look like snowmen. All right. So we want that contrast. But everything else we want to paint. So what if I made this a peppermint that was instead of white and I should have actually used white, but instead of red and white, I can make it a green and red and see how wherever I put my crayon, it's going to resist. It's not going to want to let it go there. I can fill that in just like that. So you fill that in, you get that colored in, you color in your snowman's hat. Again, do not color in their body, just the background. You will do all of this. So I did not finish mine on the video, but you would, and I would finish. I'm probably going to finish mine a little later, but you can fill in all those spaces. You can fill in here. The snow can stay white now, but what you can do, because this is a lot of space down here. So I'm gonna just kind of go down this way. There are things that could be in the snow. So like if you have a little doggy playing in the snow, it could be down there. A sled could be down there. Let's see. Let me draw some things down here. Maybe a sled is sitting on the snow and it's just a rhombus. So I start with a rhombus. That's what this shape is called. And I give it some legs. And then I cross down and across. And now I have a sled. I have a sled here. All right. Maybe, maybe you have some birds flying somewhere and putting some wood on it. And see, I don't want to color my snow, but I can color my sled. Maybe there's a little dog down here in the snow, tail wagging, eyes. If you can't draw that, please don't try to make it look just like mine. You can draw your dog however you want to. Use your imagination. It's okay. That's what I'm doing right now. And so I can give my dog some lids, and he's out there, and then I can color him. And so that brings some color down to the bottom of my Winter Wonderland. And so I can color the buttons. The buttons can be different colors. Just want to show you that so you don't feel like you can't color that. I can color my buttons. I can color here. I can color, you can make them different colors. I think I'm gonna make this one all red though, so it matches. But they could be different colors, right? Um, Maybe he has a carrot nose. We know that carrots are orange. So I can just color those in. And friends at home, if you do not have paint, you can just color the background. All right. It will be just as spectacular, just as pretty as if you had paint. You just color it in. Just make sure you color one direction back and forth and color solidly. All right. I'm going to paint this part. So watch this. I can make some blue stripes with my crayon. I'm coloring very hard to make some stripes on there. Nice and hard with the crayon. You want it to block any water or ink that you may be using. I'm going to take some yellow paint and I'm just going to go across. And this makes my coloring a lot quicker. All right. So there you go. His scarf is that what is colored in. His arms can be colored in. You can choose to paint them, or you can choose to use your crayon. I did not get a brown crayon out of my crayon box, and I do not want to move all that stuff again, so I'm just going to use paint. But you could use crayon, and you could color it in with crayon or marker or color pencil. Any of that works. Color is color. Different mediums are different to handle. Some paints are really flowy. They're quick to fill in things. You can blend very well. But some people like to use color pencils too, because you can blend those just in a different way. Pastels blend very well. They're very creamy and bright, vibrant. So you use what you have. If you have what you have at home is what you have at home. The most important thing is that your snowmen stay white. You want to keep your snowman white. As long as you keep them white, you keep your snow white, and everything else becomes color, then you will have a lot of contrast. Now, can't wait to show you mine once it's all finished. I'm going to finish mine up and I will have it as my example when we start. But take your time, friends. Remember, these are just half circles. That's all they are. If you can find a circle in your house, you can trace it. Just make sure it's not too big for your paper. And then try to draw some things free-handed too. Okay? All right, friends. Well, I will see you later. Have fun with this Winter Wonderland. Make things that I probably didn't do. So maybe if you didn't want three snowmen, maybe you have a snowman and two trees, two evergreen trees instead. Um, or maybe there's a evergreen tree right here and a reindeer standing over here. All right. So it doesn't have to be three snowmen, but it's fun to make three snowmen too. All right, friends. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.